Hello and good evening, guys. Welcome to the Delta T Racing Class D race number 5 tonight in Zandvoort, Netherlands. My name is Mirko Caruso. I'm from Switzerland and I will broadcast and commentate the race tonight. We have 18 drivers, not a full grid but almost. And the countdown already started 5 seconds and we start with the 18 minutes qualifying in Zandvoort. Meanwhile, the game is loading. We can have a quick look at the standings. After 4 races we have HIMS 2K7 in the first position with 51 points, leading the field. Second we have Goner 18 in the Alfa Romeo, 37 points, and right behind him the second Alfa Romeo, Reliot 44607 with 36 points. This is the first 3 at the moment. Alfa Romeo leading the constructor the team's championship with 73 points. Right behind is Red Bull with 57 and Manor GP Reserve on the third position with 50 points. And here we are, qualifying started already 1 minute over, no one on the field right now. Looks really cloudy, could be a rain at the end of the qualifying, we will see. Let's have a look at the tires. At the moment almost everyone on softs, and we have the first cars going out. Here we go, we have a McLaren who was the first one who was out. Nabucco is the first one on the track. We're gonna stay with him to have a first impression of the track. The weather looks really cloudy tonight, so possible rain in qualifying we will see in a bit. We have a lot of drivers going out. You're gonna stay with Nabucco for the first moments to see a little bit the track, as you already probably all know. And we have Tyrese Turso, the only one going out with mediums. Looks like he wants to start on a different strategy, but first we go back to Nabucco and see his lap that started now. In the McLaren we have a yellow flag in sector 2. Nabucco looks like he's lagging a little bit, going really wide. Unfortunately, I can't tell you a lot about the drivers because it's my first race with you guys. Delta T Racing Class D. And we have Nabucco already finishing his first lap. Let's see his time. Straight one, DRS zone, finishing with a 112.6 and already beaten by Goner in the Alfa Romeo. The championship second with a 112.2. Gunnar Dog 97 on second place. A lot of times coming in. We have the second McLaren, we have him 2K7 and even M02 with the actual pole position with a 112.224. Has traffic in front of you. We have already a Red Bull that crashed into the wall. It was the one of him 2K7. So let's go. We have a lot of times coming in. First position at the moment, the Ferrari of Bietenutz. The first who was under 112 with a 111.148. Second place in the Haas we have Elixir 112.0. A lot of yellow flags on the track. Everyone out. Let's stay on board with Askelos 7 in the Aston Martin. Already in sector 2. Down to third, downshift to second. Askelos, DRS open. 112.3 brings him to P6. And at the moment we have a Ferrari in the first position of Bietenutz. Aeon Dune 12 on P2. Really close to Bietenutz, but not close enough for P1. Elixir in the Haas going to the pit P3, even in the second Alpine on P4. Gunnar 18 P5 at the moment. These are the first 5 guys. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, that was close. Let's go on board with TTV in the second Ferrari. I think that will not be good enough. Ooh, and it's into the wall. TTV out of the session. Massive crash on the straight. Lost his car and now standing in middle of the field, so everyone has to be really careful and will maybe lose some time. TTV out of the session. A lot of traffic. Ooh, that was not good from Dimix. Maybe blocking someone's time. A lot of traffic. Gunnar in the pits. Let's ride with Tyrese Turzo in the Alpha Tauri. Has some traffic in front of him. Let's see what Tyrese in the Alpha Tauri, what his time will be. Arriving in sector 3. Downshift to 4th, 5th gear from maximal, and we have already another one out of the session. And Tyrese goes into the pit. Even M02 is out with his Alpine after a crash. We We have Sally that is on position 3 with it 1:11.9. Let's ride with Elixir and see if he can improve his time. Almost lost his car. Lost a little bit of time. Elixir with fresh softs into Haas. 7th gear for him. Has some problems to control the car. Let's see if he can improve his time. And here we go, Elixir arriving on the straight. Let's see, no, he stays on P4. Sele into the pit, Elixir in the Haas, P4. Let's see who else we have out on track. Bogarovsky in the Alpha Tauri at the moment cannot improve his time. Let's see what he can do in the last sector. Bogarovsky in the Alpha Tauri. DRS open a little bit late. 1:12.6 brings him to P14. We go back to the Alfa Romeo. Reliot actually on P16. Looks like he's out of fuel. Navuko out of the session. Retired on P11. Let's go who else we have in front. Oh, and I guess Aeon Dune had a crash. He was on his lap and he's out of the session. Looks like he had some problems. So he stays actually on P2. Elixir into the pit. We have Tyrese Turzo who invalidate his lap, so no improvement for him. Let's go with Jalapeno Pepper in the Red Bull. Has some traffic in front of him. DRS open, second DRS zone of the track. We have 2 DRS zones. And I hope he will not have some traffic in front of him. Jalapeno Pepper arriving. Ooh, in the grass. Oh, and lost his car. Jalapeno Pepper with a crash. Already the second car we see spinning in the last corner. So no time set for him at the moment and he has to pit. We have another spin of Wardy R6. Reliot into the pit. Let's see what else we have. We have Gunnar 18, the actual second in the driver championship, trying to improve his time. Let's ride with him. 1 second, I need to change something. Alright, back. Ooh, we have Gunnar already almost losing his car. Doesn't look like he can improve in this lap, so he slowed down and will go for another attempt. And we are arriving in the last 4 minutes of the qualifying. And we have Dimx 50 improving his second sector. Let's see if he can get into the pole. Aston Martin of Dimix invalidate his lap. No improvement for him. Let's go with Gunnar 18, next attempt for him in the Alfa Romeo. Came good out of the corner. Nice clean driving from him. Upshifting to the fourth for a good traction. Perfect turn for him. Already arriving in sector 2. Let's see if he can improve his time. And meanwhile we have Askelos in the Aston Martin going to P3. Amazing time from him, 1:11.8. We go back to Gunnar 18. Gunnar is faster in the second sector by almost half a second. That's gonna be interesting, but Gunnar 18, how much he can improve and how close he can get to the pole. DRS open. Gunnar 18 arriving in P3. Gunnar 18 in P3 in the Alfa Romeo. 1:18.8. Amazing time from him. Askelios 7 drops down to P4. Meanwhile, we're gonna see what Saleh 71 can do, if he can improve his time in the Williams. Actually on P5 with a high 1.11. BT Nuts in the Ferrari also out to improve his time, actually in the pole. But let's see, we have a few minutes left in this qualifying Zandvoort Delta T Racing Class D Race 5. Saleh had some traffic in front of him. Alpha Tauri. And let's see, Saleh. And we have another Alpha crash. And Saleh P3. Williams 1:11.6. Saleh with an improvement. P3 for him at the moment. Gunnar into the pit. Looks like he finished his qualifying. Who else we have on the track? Late 9.19 or 9:19 in the Haas. Doesn't look like he's on a hot lap. Bogarovsky. And BT Nuts with a 1:10.9, improving his time in the Ferrari. 1 minute left in this qualifying. Looks like Saleh has finished. Who else have we have on track? We have Dimix 50 in the Aston Martin. Looks like he's not on a hot lap. Yellow flag. So let's see who else we have. Reliot into the pit. Looks like he's gonna start on P16. Bogarovsky, straight line, DRS open. Bogarovsky in the Alpha Tauri with a 1:11.7 brings him to P4 and drops down Gunnar in P5. Amazing lap from Bogarovsky. 10 seconds left, qualifying almost over. Saleh lost his car, no improvement for Saleh 71 in the Williams. Bogarovsky P4. Elixir finished his qualifying P7. Dimix 50 P8. Let's see who else we have. I think this was it. We have no one on hot lap. BT Nuts finished his qualifying. Saleh, Bogarovsky in the Alpha Tauri. Not sure if Elixir is still on a hot lap in the Haas. Let's stay with him for a second for this last lap. Touched the curb, almost lost his car. This will cost him a lot of time. So I guess no improvement for Elixir Tarek after this lap. Yes, Elixir finishing qualifying. And I think... Ooh, last second, DMX 50 with a 1:11.6 bring the Aston Martin to P4. Amazing time from him on softs. And I think this is it. This is the final starting grid after this qualifying. A Ferrari leading the grid in this race. And this is it. Qualifying finished, 18 minutes over. Cloudy weather but no rain, so let's see what the race will be. And this is the starting grid. P1 BT Nuts in the Ferrari 110.9, the only driver under 111. P2 Eoin Dune 12 in the Alpine 111.1. P3 Saleh in the Williams. P4 Dimix 50 Aston Martin. P5 Bogarovsky in the Alfa Tauri. P6 Gunnar 18 in the Alfa Romeo. P7 Askelos 7 Aston Martin. P8 Elixir. P9 Even M02. P10 Tyrus Turzo. This is the first 10 drivers in this race 5 Zandvoort of Delta T Racing Class D. Alright, the race will start in a bit. The drivers have 30 seconds time to make their last changements. Let's see the weather. This is the big question in this race. What weather it's gonna be. And it looks really good. So I don't expect rain in this race. But you never know. "20 seconds left, and we're gonna start with the formation lap here in Zandvoort. The race will be 36 laps, and the big question is, will we have safety cars and how many? All right, formation lap. BT Nuts leading the field in the Ferrari. Amazing view. Turn 1 will be really interesting. Ferrari, Alpine, Williams, the first 3 cars. It's going to be a really interesting start. Even M02 disqualified from the formation lap, so he has to start with cold tires. Let's go through the field. We have a few guys locked out. Looks like we have 2 guys out of the session. Navuko is not in at the moment. And Gunnar Dog looks like also is not racing at the moment. And we have 2 drivers starting on mediums. Hims 2K in the Red Bull and Reliot in the second Alfa Romeo with mediums. Alright, formation lap over. And we're gonna Prepare and start soon. Not the best view like this. 5 red lights off, and Delta T Racing Class D Race 5 Zandvoort has started. We go to the front. A good start from BT Nuts. Going to the first corner. Aeon Dune also had a good start. Right behind him, Sally. P3 looks like the first 3 guys had a good start. We have some things going on in the background. Oh, looks like a clean start. No crash at the moment. No yellow flag. First penalty. Looks like the lobby is lagging a little bit. We go back to the front to see if Aeon Dune in the Alpine can catch BT Nuts. BT Nuts almost with a half a second gap between him. We had a really clean start, no crashes, no debris flying around. And we have an attack of Marcos 05 versus Elixir. Looks like Marcos passed him, and let's have a quick look on the position change. Marcos in the Mercedes gained 3 positions, had a really good start, really good first lap. Nabucco has left the session, I guess he was out of connection. We have also, oh, and we have a, Marcos has a spot, and we have a big crash. Oh, big crashes. Holy, crazy crashes. We have 6 or 7 drivers out of the session. This would be a red flag in real life. This was a crazy crash, and I had it on video. And we have a safety car, of course. What a massive crash. I think Marcos lost the car and everyone hit him. And here we are, we have 11 drivers left. What a big crash. Safety car in, BT Nuts still in P1, followed by Aeon Dune 12, Saleh, P3, Gunnar in the Alfa Romeo gained 2 positions, DMX 50, P5, Bogarovsky P6, Askelos P7 in the Aston Martin, even on P8, Tyrus Turzo P9, Nabucco looks like he's back on track, P10, and Jalapeno Pepper on P11. So 11 cars left after this big crash in lap 2. We still have debris on track. That was a massive crash. And we have BT Nuts reaching the safety car. So we will have at least 2 more rounds, 2 more laps with safety car. Let's have a look at the tires. So no one pitted. In the front we have Askelos who pitted for mediums, even M02 who pitted for mediums, and we have Tyrus Turzo with hearts in the Alpha Tauri. And we still have debris on track. That was a massive crash in the last turn. Jalapeno reaching the field. And we have a safety car face. Lap 3 of 36. We had a good start, but on lap 2 a massive crash for the ones that missed it. We had a massive crash that took 7 or 8 cars out of the field, or 6 or 7 cars out of the field. I just saw Marcos, who has spun, and everyone ran into each other. Really unlucky of the guys. Really unlucky for the race that we don't have a full grid anymore. But for sure we will have a good racing in front. Safety car stays out, 1 more lap. And BT Nuts, who is leading the race at the moment in the Ferrari, is actually on the Drivers' Championship standings on P7. And that, if he wins the race, will bring him to probably P1 in the Drivers' Championship. So let's keep an eye on that. We still have the safety car on track. The field is packed again. Will be interesting to see safety car restart. The drivers are warming up their tires to keep the 90 degrees. Perfect condition for a good safety car restart. Alright, safety car lights are off. We're gonna restart the race after a few turns. Really closed, really packed. Great. Let's see if Dune 12 can pick up a good pace and don't lose and don't get a gap. Oh, Bogarovsky, 5-second penalty, and here we go, Bitinat accelerating. Bitinat accelerating, and we have the attack. Looks like Bitinat is out of the session, I don't know. Dune, and we have a fight. Saleh inside line. Saleh passing Dune. What an amazing overtake from Saleh in the Williams. He's taking the lead, and Bitinat take back his position. Back on P2, Dune, P3. Gunnar in the Alpha right behind Dune. And we have a little gap between 5 and 6, the two Aston Martins. Good restart from Saleh, going back and grabbing P1. We have Bitinats right behind him, really close. And P3, Dune. Everyone has a little gap between, so it looks like Saleh has a good speed to keep Bitinats away, but Bitinats is really close to him. Good acceleration, and we have a safety car again. I don't know what happened. We have a safety car again. I can't see a crash or something, so that's really interesting now. I don't know if someone spun, but doesn't look like. We have no one. We have Jalapeno Paper with some damage on his front wing. Yeah, we have few guys. We have Saleh, who was leading the race, going to the pit and grabbing some new softs. Saleh into the pit with news. Dune also into the pit, but with fresh mediums. Gunnar also fresh mediums. Tarius Turzo fresh mediums, and Jalapeno has to change his front nose again with fresh mediums. And Bitinats stays out with his used softs, 5 laps old softs, but I think they should be in a good condition, as we have 3 or 4 safety car laps at the moment. And this safety car phase and pit stops brings Bitinats back to the lead, win the Ferrari, and we have now the 2 Aston Martins right behind him, Dimix 50 and Askeos 7, and we're gonna enjoy again a few safety car laps. Bitinats warming up his tires, his used soft tires. And because of the pit stop, we have Saleh 71 on P7 and Dune right behind him in the Alpine on P8. So let's see who has the better strategy. We have Saleh on fresh softs and Dune on fresh mediums. One more safety car lap. Marco has left the session. Meanwhile, we can have a little overview back on Driver Championship. After 4 races, we have Ascalo, who is on P2, is in the Driver Championship on P4, so that would be really nice points for him if he can finish the race on 2nd place for the Finnish guy. And we're gonna have a quick look on the penalties. We have Bogarovsky in the Alfa Tauri with 5-second penalties for hitting someone under safety car, and the second Alfa Tauri, Tyrus Turzo, also with a 5-second penalty because of hitting under safety car. Or it looks like it was for hitting under safety car. And safety car lights are off, safety car in this lap. And again we're gonna have a restart. Bitinats warming up his tires. Right behind him, Aston Martin, Askeos, even M02 in the Alpine on P3. Let's see if Bitinats can have a better start on his softs. We're gonna ride with Askeos, and Bitinats retake the pace. Good restart from him. Askeos half a second behind him. We have still some debris on track, and looks like Bitinats can keep his first position. We have some fights going on in the back. Sale really close to Bogarovsky. Sale on the outside line attacking Bogarovsky. Bogarovsky can defend his position, and we have some position changement. Yellow flag in sector 1. We have Ion Dune that passed Nabucco. We have Sale really close to Bogarovsky, and we have a gap of 1.4 seconds from Bitinats. Bitinats already leading with 1.4 seconds. We go back to the field. We see fight for P4. Sale really close to Bogarovsky. Alpha Tauri versus Williams. And Bitinats already with a gap of 1.8. We have yellow flag again. Safety car. Unbelievable. I don't know what is going on in this lobby, if it's a mistake of the game or if someone has spun, but I guess that DMX 50 has spun. And we have again the 3rd safety car after 5 laps. Unbelievable. No racing at the moment tonight. Bitinats already had a gap of 1.8, and we lose this gap again now because of the safety car, 3rd safety car in this race. I don't know if this was necessary. We have DMX50 into the pit. I guess DMX50 had a crash, and because of that safety car came out. New front wing for him and fresh mediums. And Bitinat still on the field with his used softs after 9 laps. Askeyo still P2, even M02 still P3, Bogarovsky P4, and Sele and Oyondyun gaining some positions on P5 and 6. Gunnar P7, Navuko P8, Jalapeno Pepper P9, Tyrus Turzo P10, and last one is DMX50, who is reaching the field after his pit stop. Fresh mediums for him and the fresh nose. And we're gonna enjoy again 2 or 3 laps of safety cars. So we had the summary of these 9 laps. We had a good start of everyone. We had a big crash in lap 2 involving 6 or 7 cars, DNF. And after that we had 2 safety cars, no racing at the moment. I hope that this will be better in the next few laps. 36 laps in total. Delta T Racing Class D Race 5. Weather looks still good, so I don't expect some rain. And we have Tyrus Turzo into the pit with fresh mediums. I guess he had a little crash, new front wing for him, and he has his penalty, so he has to wait. Not sure if you can normally sit down your penalty 5 seconds during safety car, but in this case look like it's possible. And BT meanwhile has 9 laps on his softs, so it's going to be really interesting what strategy he will have. Askeos behind him lost in this lap after the safety car, lost almost 2 seconds to BT, so it looks like BT is still faster on his used softs. And race control safety car in this lap. We're gonna have a restart in a few turns. Again, the third restart of this race. 11 cars remaining, 26 laps remaining here in Zandvoort, Netherlands. And the drivers are warming up their tire to get the best grip for the restart. We're gonna stay with Askeos to see if he can stay with BT retaking the pace. Oh, and we have a cross. Askeos lost his car. Broke up his, and we have in the background also some other crashes. Aeon Dune also with a crash. Spun, yellow flag in sector 2. I hope we don't gonna have again a new safety car. Askeos with a new front wing. We have Sele really close to Bogarovsky, outside line again for him. Switch back, and he attacks Bogarovsky and overtakes Sele on P3. Fighting versus Bogarovsky brings him to P3. Doesn't look like Bogarovsky can get his position back. No safety car, luckily for us. Let's go through. We have Navuko really close. We have Navuko is not racing, so Tyrus Turzo can pass him. Tyrus Turzo on P8. Aeon Dune on P10 after he spun, but he was lucky to don't have front wing damage. And we have a safety car, the 4th safety car in this race. I see no crashes on the field, and we have a safety car. Is this... this is unbelievable. I don't know if this is a bug of the game, but I hope, I don't know, maybe it's because of the debris on field. I don't know what happens. Jalapeno retired from the session, and meanwhile we have BT into the pits with fresh softs. BT into the pits from P1, goes out on P7. And that brings even M02 to P1 for the safety car restart. Unbelievable, 4th safety car in this race. Aeon Dune. Oh, Aeon Dune had a little front wing damage, so lucky for him to have this safety car face again. And he can go out with fresh softs. Askeos 7 also lost a lot of positions after safety car restart because of his spun. And on front we have now an Alpine leading the race. Even M02, Sele in the Williams right behind him. Bogarovsky P3, Gunnar in the Alpha P4, Dimix 50 in P5. These are the first 5 guys. 10 remaining in this race. A lot of DNFs. A lot of safety cars. This will surely be discussed after the race. And again, safety car for a few laps. Really annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, Delta T Racing, Class D, Race 5. A lot of troubles going on in this race. We are still in lap 13. For the ones who missed the race until now, this is the 4th safety car in this race. We had a big crash in lap 2. And now, sorry, not the 4th, it's the 3rd safety car, I guess. Really annoying at the moment. I hope we're gonna see some race action in the second half of this race. Let's see if the safety car goes in. Yes, safety car in this lap. Even warming up his tires. Staley right behind him. This is gonna be the battle for P1 at the moment after the safety car restart. And BT Nuts, who was leading the race until now, pitted now in this safety car phase and is back on track with fresh mediums. The only Ferrari remaining on field, and we're gonna stay in front with Saleh and Even to see the safety car restart. Saleh right behind Even, retaking the pace. Even M02 retaking the pace. Saleh had a good restart too, so let's see if we can attack him in the first corner. Saleh into the inside line, late braking for him, and he passes Even. Even let the door open, and Saleh grab it and goes to P1. DMX 50 passed or in fight with Gunnar, and in front we have Saleh taking the lead in the Williams. Let's go in the backfield and see what the hell is going on. Aeon Dune on P7 right behind the Alpha Tauri. Let's see if we can attack him. We have also a fight going on between Gunnar and DMX for P4. Let's see if Gunnar can attack him in the next few turns. Alpha versus Aston Martin. And we have Askeos passing to P8. BT Nuts. And we have a safety car again. A safety car again. A safety car again. No crashes on field. I guess this must be a bug of the game. I guess this has to be a bug in the game. Saleh going into the pit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I guess it is a bug. 4th safety car after 15 laps. We had no crashes going on. No one is DNF after this safety car restart, and we have the 4th safety car tonight. Something has to be wrong in this lobby. Saleh has pitted from P1. Fresh hearts for him to go until the end. Unbelievable. 4th safety car in this race. Bogarovsky leading now the race in the Alpha Tauri with used mediums. Behind him Dimix in the Aston Martin. Gunnar now on P3. Tyrus Turzo in the 2nd Alpha Tauri on P4, so a lot of points at the moment for Alpha Tauri. Aeon Dune P5 after the restart. Askeos in the Aston Martin P6. BT Nuts was on P10 already, back on P7 after safety car restart, so was a good restart for him. Saleh P9, and the last one is Even M02. What a crazy race. 4th safety car tonight after 15 laps. I hope that this is gonna end after this restart, because otherwise it has to be a bug. Or I mean, we had no spun, we had no crash, we had nothing going on the field, and safety car came out every 2 laps, so really annoying. And we still have some debris on track, so I hope it's not because of that. Maybe the game recognizes some debris on track and sends out the safety car, but it doesn't look like that. It disappeared. We have Even going into the pit. Let's see what he does. Fresh mediums for him. I think he can also do the end of the race with fresh mediums, because 20 laps on mediums should be possible. Even, I mean, if we have some safety cars going on, he can save his tires and maybe go to the end with mediums. Alright, safety car still on field. Oh, 5-second penalty for Aeon Dune. Aeon Dune looks like he touched someone under safety car. Unnecessary 5-second penalty for him. And BT Nuts has left the session. BT Nuts out of the session. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he maybe lost connection or... I cannot tell you, but it looks like BT Nuts is out of the race. And safety car goes in this lap. Bogarovsky leading the race with 11 laps old mediums. Let's see what he can do. Dimix 50 right behind him, also on mediums. And Askeos, what was Askeos doing? Safety car restart, Bogarovsky P1, and we have the attack of Dimix 50. Bogarovsky can defend his position. 5-second penalty for Saleh. Yellow flag in sector 3. Dimix 50 really close to Bogarovsky, fighting for P1. Tyrus Turzo also really close. And Bogarovsky is leading the race actually at the moment. Aston Martin right behind him, no DRS at the moment. Aeon Dune gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag, which is also no sense because I don't see a yellow flag on field. Aeon Dune is also out of the session, so it looks like really... And we have a crash! Saleh had a crash. Saleh with a big crash in the last corner. Has to pit again. A broken wing for him. Navuko has to pit. But at least at the moment we have no safety car. We have the attack of Dimix 15. Really close to Bogarovsky. Outside line has to slow down a little bit to avoid the crash. But he's still really close to Bogarovsky. Aston Martin versus Alpha Tauri. And in the background we have some also Gunnar really close. We have this foursome battle for P3, 2 and 1. Gunnar really close to the guys. No DRS at the moment. Even M02 with a crash, I guess. Let's see what happens. Even 02 retired from the session. I can't see his car. And we are arriving at lap 19. Let's stay in the front rows and see if someone can get a better position. A little gap between Gunnar and Dimix. Almost 1 second. Dimix really close to Tyrese. Looks like we have no safety car at the moment and a lot of racing action going on. Aeon Dune into the pit. And it looks like the Alpha Tauris, both Alpha Tauris P1 and 2 But we have Dimix in the Aston Martin really close behind Tyrus Turzo. Let's see if he can attack. DRS open. Sele has left the session too. And I don't know what is going on. And I'm not sure if maybe the lobby is gonna restart. Something is going on. Sorry guys, I have just to check my phone what is going on. I don't know if we have a red flag. Okay, we're gonna make a new lobby, guys. We're gonna make a new lobby. So red flag in this race. It's gonna be a restart of the lobby, restart of the race. See you in a bit. Restart of the lobby. In case you're racing and listening to the broadcast, check your invites and come into the new lobby. Custom grid. And we're gonna have a restart of this race in Zandvoort. What a crazy race. A lot of safety car, but I guess it was bugged. As you all know, the game is still not in a good mood. It still has a lot of bugs. Codemasters has to work on it. I have some problems joining the lobby. I'm gonna retry it. 1 second. I have some issues at the moment joining the lobby. I will retry again.